All right, Bobby Lee here from Hurricane Creek Farms. As you can probably tell, we're not at Hurricane Creek Farms today. We're actually out west in Rocky Mountain National Park. But got what I think is gonna be a neat video for you. We do some traveling through cattle country as we leave West Tennessee and drive this way. But appreciate y'all watching. Please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Let's go on an adventure. So like I said, we're not on the farm today. If you're only interested in viewing for farming, ranching content, that kind of stuff on our place, you may want to find one of our other videos. But again, we do some driving. We do include some cattle farming, ranching content in this one, but kind of our summer family vacation, our trip across the country into the Rockies. We're gonna go into Cheyenne, go to the rodeo and frontier days. But appreciate y'all watching. Let's do it. All right, so kind of the beginning stage of the road trip. We're in southern central Missouri, not far out of West Plains. You can see their pasture situation looks pretty similar to what we had at home. Pretty dry, a lot of brown forages here. We're definitely in cattle country, much more so than at home. It's nothing but pasture and hay fields. All the farm equipment dealers you pass, it's all hay equipment, that sort of thing. No big ag row crop around here, but yeah, they look like they could use a little rain just like us. So we made it to kind of western, I guess southwestern Missouri. It's actually some silage, or some corn they've been chopping for silage. But right up here is Joplin Regional Stockyards. And I knew this was one of the biggest kind of weekly livestock auctions here. Of course, they got some cattle out there just in pens. But this place is massive. I mean, I was not prepared for exactly how big this place is. I mean, unbelievable. And there's several hundred head of cattle there right now. I think their big sale day is Mondays. Today's Saturday. Must be chopping silage crossing the other side of the interstate, but that place, it is just massive, massive. We've just been talking about baling some corn stalks for hay, and I don't know exactly what they did there. If they just decided the corn wasn't worth harvesting and baled it for hay, or I really don't know. I don't think a combine's been there. I'm really not sure, but there's definitely some corn stalks or even the whole corn plant that have been baled up, just rolled for hay. Kansas, Flint Hills. Grass as far as you can see. If you can tell, there's a lot of, it's going to be over 100 horses right there. I've seen several pastures here lately. We're still in the Flint Hills that are just full of horses, like dozens, if not hundreds even. Little patch of hay here, and nothing but grass as far as you can see in every direction. They've got a few rolls of hay stacked up here. My goodness.
They're good dreaming.
Rows and rows and rows of hay.
Fire to hay.
Hey, so we made a stop here. A little scenic kind of pull off of the highway, Kansas foothills. I believe this is the famed blue stem grass, native prairie grass that these animals out here graze and can do so well on. We're gonna stretch our legs for a minute. We've been on the road for right at 11 hours.
So we just have 1 more hour to go?
No, we're gonna do more than 12 hours today.
Hey.
That's some good looking grass. Kids spilling ice cream in the car. But as you can tell, quite windy, but it is hot. I guess it's not as humid as it is in the south, but what was it, 100, 101 on the?
101.
101 on the car thermometer. And yeah, even with the wind blowing. There's some tough animals though, because I mean, there'll be a tree here and there you can see out through there, but not much shade for them. Well, looky there, babe.
Well,
I guess we're not in Kansas anymore, huh?
Are we there?
We're not in Kansas anymore, but we're not there. Well, tell me, where is there, Willis? What's this there that you're speaking of?
The mountains.
No, we're not in the mountains. Not in the mountains, not yet. Just across the Kansas-Nebraska line. We're gonna barely clip the corner of Nebraska here and then be into Colorado. Just a really big cattle feeding operation there. They're telling how many thousands ahead. We're in eastern Colorado, for reference. Yet another big cattle feeding operation going past. A little pile of silage right here for them. Little.
That is not little.
Well, 2 little piles of silage. 5 Rivers. So that is one of the very well-known cattle feeding operations.
Is it a he or a she?
That's a moose.
Is it a he or a she?
I think it's probably a she.
I think it's a boy.
We're coming up on a herd of elk.
Yeah, that's the
Villains,
closest
you
I've
like
ever
bad
been.
guys. Babies.
See the babies coming?
Bigger bull, just open your eyes there, you can't see. We don't want to make it mad. Thing. Now he might bite you, so I wouldn't reach down there no closer than that.
Chipmunks do bite.
He thinks you have some food.
That's why you're not supposed to feed them, so they don't become dependent on you to do that. That is a bull elk. A daddy bull elk.
What?
All right, so Willis and I are here just outside of the Cheyenne Frontier Days. Just got done at the rodeo. We'll show you a little bit of footage from that. We didn't film much just because we were spectators wanting to enjoy it, but as you can tell, it's raining on us. I guess 2 of the 3 days we've been out west now, it has rained on us, which is really ironic because we're in a part of the country that gets a fraction of the rainfall we get in the Mid-South. And yet we were in a severe drought pretty much when we left. And we come to this part of the country and it rains on us nonstop. So, but anyway, yeah, it hadn't really rained nonstop. It rained a little, but we're gonna get back in there. Of course, with Frontier Days, huge festival, all kinds of cool stuff going on. The rodeo was great this afternoon, but we're gonna enjoy some more stuff. What you want?
Can we go to the vegetable?
Go to the vegetable?
No, vegetable.
Go to the festival. He wants to go back into the festival, so we're gonna head back in there.
Nobody aboard. Yeah, you shot that gun. You grabbed onto his back. All right, easing into the middle. That's team number 39, the Crazy Range team. Oh yeah, just go ahead and light the cannon. Good idea. Crazy Range is on the road as champion for this race here in Cheyenne. Tiny Kaiser, Ray Ron, the daughter of champion Megan Parker, is here as one of our judges today. We've got 3 here, 2 riders and 3 horses.
Well, I'm not sure how much of this you're going to be able to see, but the adventures of the trip just keep adding up. That is hail. It hailed its butt off just now. I don't know, maybe a few pieces of golf ball size, mostly smaller, but I mean, it just piled up. So yeah, kind of interesting. I think they get about 20 inches of rainfall here a year. They've had at least 10% of that in the 3 days we've been here, because I don't know how much it just rained, but it was a bunch. But yeah, I may not be able to see too much. Here's the porch where we're staying. The cover on the hot tub. Probably the better place to see it. Right there. It's the chair where Kaylin was reading her book earlier. Of course, a lot of that was coming off the roof, but yeah, a little hailstorm here in Estes Park. Yeah, I hope some of the lower line areas didn't get some flooding. I know they get some big rains here all of a sudden sometimes, but that was a pretty big rain and hail. Ooh, it's chilly out here now. I gotta get inside. So this is our last full day in Estes Park. Don't know how much you may be able to see of what I filmed last night of the hailstorm, but you can see still some hail piled up under the bushes and whatnot. You can see where it beat the crap out of these plants and trees. Beat that tree to death nearly. But yeah, let's go see if it damages the car. And I don't know, there's still a chance of rain here today. It's actually raining at home though a little bit this morning, so it's a bit of a bright spot. Yeah, you can see it all up there on the roof. But we're gonna try to do a little hiking potentially later on today and then hit the road tomorrow. Okay, so it's our last day in the park. Heading home tomorrow, so going out for just a good family hike, right? A couple of nice mule deer bucks. This back one here's got a kicker on this right side. Man, there's a couple of nice deer. Mule deer doe right there. Not bothered by us at all. Wild turkeys. I guess these are Merriam's, maybe. I'm not completely up on my different wild turkeys in different parts of the country. I know it's clearly not an eastern. I wouldn't think it'd be a Rio Grande, so I guess, yeah, it's a Merriam's. Gobbler, not a bad bird either. Yeah, turkey's not necessarily something I expected we would see today. Deer, elk, moose, but not necessarily a turkey. I know. So that's mule deer and wild turkey so far we've seen today, right?
Yep.
Okay. Believe this is our destination, Bridal Falls. What y'all think?
Pretty awesome.
Last quarter of a mile or so was a little bit sketchy, but
A little rocky.
yeah, a little rocky, kind of straight up, but kids made it. There's the waterfall. Woo! Right at 3 miles in. I believe we're going to have ourselves a sandwich. Pretty awesome views. I decided to come on up just a little further. But I think it's about as far as I'm gonna go. I'm not super fond of heights. And yeah, you slip in here and you may not die, but they may be sending a team in to get you out. So yeah, they're already eating. If I don't hurry up and get back down there, they're gonna eat my sandwich. So the hike back out was a little damp. Been raining about like this on us the entire way, but we have all made it. So, I don't know, it's early afternoon, about 1:15. We're probably gonna head back to our cabin. I'll take a warm shower, maybe relax the rest of the afternoon before we get a nice hot meal this evening.
That's the feedlot.
So of course we're on the way home right now. I believe Lamar, Colorado, somewhere in kind of southern, central, eastern Colorado. Been raining most of the morning. I think generally a pretty dry area, dry part of the country, but they've got some rain today. But
Much greener here.
yes, it is looking a little greener. Oklahoma City Stockyards. All right, there's the Oklahoma National Stockyards. We timed it to get here just in time for dinner. I'm gonna have us a steak for, I guess, our last supper time meal on our trip. probably gonna maybe get back in the car and drive just a little further tonight before we stop. Doing the math, depending on how long it takes us to eat, we could get home probably 3 or 4 in the morning, but I don't know that I'm up for that drive. So y'all ready to go eat a steak?
No. Chicken.
Oh, you can't say that on our channel.
Chicken.
Okay, I think I said earlier we were gonna stop somewhere in Oklahoma and spend the night. Decided to drive it on in all the way. It's 2 a.m. 2 a.m. on the dot. Made it in. I'm worn out. I'm about to get inside and go to bed. That steak I had at the stockyards what fueled me to make that drive on in. But no, in all seriousness, different video than usual. Appreciate y'all watching. I'm going to bed, so y'all eat beef and God bless.